Okay, let us check the B part. Here you have altogether there are 6 questions. You have to answer 5, and I'll be discussing all the questions here. Let us start from the 7th one. Here you have A part about arithmetic progression, and the B part consists of a geometric progression. The A part, they say the first term of a given arithmetic progression is first term is equal to 3 and the 11th term is equal to 43. Now you know the term used to write for the nth term, the expression, that is Tn equals a plus n minus 1 into d. D is the common difference. Therefore you know the 11th term. Okay, 11th term is given as 43. Therefore instead of n, if I substitute T11, that is the 11th term is equal to 43. Therefore 43 is equal to a is 3 plus, we are considering the 11th term, therefore 11 minus 1 is equal to 10. 10 multiplied by d. Therefore if you take the 3, if you subtract it, it becomes 40, 10d. Therefore d is equal to 4. The common difference is equal to 4. And the second part, here you have two parts here. Okay, this is Roman number 1 and this is Roman number 2. Here find the sum of the first 20 terms of the progression that is obtained by removing the terms in the even positions of the given progression, such as the second term, fourth term and sixth term. Now they have removed the even or odd, removing the term in the even positions. Okay, now that is like the first term will be 4. The first term is 3. Now when you have the common difference as 4, what should be the next term? It should be 7 and then 11, 15 and so on. But here what have they done is that they have removed the even terms. That means they have removed 7, 15 and so on. So you have only these terms left. Now our common difference will differ. That is, in our new question, our common difference will be, what is the difference? 8. First term is, anyways, it's 3. Now you have to find the sum. What is the equation you use? To find sum, it is equal to Sn equal to sum of n terms, n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Therefore n is equal, you have to find the sum of 20 terms. Therefore 20 over 2, a you know, a is equal to 3, 3 times 2 6 plus n minus 1. Now how much is n here? 20. 20 minus 1 is equal to 19 into d is now 8. Okay, so you have 10. 6 plus 19 into 8, that will give you 152. Therefore you have 110 into 158, that is equal to the sum of 20 terms is equal to 1580. That's all. Now let us check the B part. 7th question, B part. It's about geometric progression. Here the common ratio of a geometric progression is 2. Therefore common ratio R is equal to 2. And the sum of its first 6 terms is equal to 7. Now they have said sum of 6 terms. Sum of 6 terms is equal to 7. You have the first part. You have to find the first term. How do you find the first term? Now you have an equation. That is, in order to find the sum, you should know this equation. That is, a inside bracket you have to take r to the power n minus 1, and in the denominator it should be r minus 1. Now you can substitute. What is the sum they have said? It is equal to 7. They have given it. The first term you should find out. Therefore let us write a. Now r to the power n. N is how much here? You are finding the sum of how much have they given? All the sum of 6 terms, right? Okay. Therefore, common difference is 2 to the power 6 minus 1 over r is equal to 2 minus 1 is 1. Therefore, I can write 7 is equal to a into, how much is 2 to the power 6? It's equal to 64. 64 minus 1 is 63. Therefore, a is equal to 7 over 63. That if you simplify, you will get 7 over 89. Okay. And then the second part of the same question, find the fifth term of this progression. How do you find the you have to find the fifth term. Now you know the common difference, the common ratio. Now you have to find the fifth term. How do you go with this question now? To find the fifth term, you can use Tn equals a to the power r minus 1. Now you can substitute our values. You can say a is, we have already found out, 1 over 9 into our common difference, that is equal to 2, and you are finding the how much is the fifth term, right? Yes, you are finding the fifth term. Therefore 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Now let us simplify. That is equal to 2 to the power 16 over 9. You can't simplify further. Therefore our fifth term is equal to 16 over 9. Okay. The sixth question, this eighth question, it's a construction. Here first you have to construct. Now here you can use only a ruler, a compass, and a pencil. So you have to construct all these things they have given. Now since it will not be clear, I will show you how to construct all the ways of constructing, but I will not construct here. Okay, I will show you all the ways. Now first they are asking you to construct the triangle ABC such that AB equals to 6.5 centimeters. Now if I really take 6.5 centimeters, it will look a bit small. Therefore, I will draw large diagrams here. The first part, you have to construct a triangle. Therefore, let me take 6.5 centimeters here. That is equal to AB. That is equal to 6.5 centimeters. Now you have to take AC equals 5. This is 5. AC is equal to 5 centimeters. Also, A is equal to 5, but they have given you that BAC, this angle should be equal to 60. How do you construct a 60 angle? You keep the compass, you draw a line, say you need a 60 here, keep the compass here, make an arc this way. Now keep the compass here, make an arc here with the same length. Now if you draw the line through this, you will be getting 60 degrees. So it looks like 60, so I'll take this as 60. Now you have to join. This is our new triangle ABC. Two lengths are given and an angle is given here. Now you have to construct the angle bisectors of BAC. How do you have to bisect this angle? How do you bisect? Now what you can do is you can keep the compass here and make an arc this way. Now keep the compass here, make an arc somewhere here, and then keep the compass here, make an arc here. That will bisect this angle. So here is the bisector. Okay, this is the bisector. Also they are asking you to construct the bisector of BAC and ABC. You have to bisect this side also. Same way, keep the compass here, draw an arc. Now keep the compass here, draw an arc here, keep the compass here, draw an arc. So it will bisect the angle. Now join. Okay, now you have the angle bisector of these two angles. Okay. Now further what they are saying you is the intersection point, you have to mark it as O. Now construct a perpendicular from O to the side AB. you have to construct a perpendicular. That is, you have to join here, but it should be 90 degrees. Now how do you construct? Keep the compass here, make an arc here with equal length. Okay, and then keep your compass here and then make an arc here. Keep the compass here, make an arc here. If you join this line, you will be getting a perpendicular line here. So I'll draw only this part. So you have 90 here. Now what are they saying? To the side, name its foot as M. This you have to name it as M. Now you have to construct the incircle of the triangle. Now how do you construct the incircle? It's simple. This is the setup you have to do when you construct an incircle. Now what you have to do is take this length. Keep your compass here. Take this length, measure this length and draw the circle. Keep the compass here, draw the circle. That will give you the incircle. So I'll just draw it roughly here. Okay, this is what you will be getting finally. Okay, let me draw it. Okay, now what should you do? Now the last part, a point D other than M, not M, there is another point D, should be found on the incircle. It should be found on the circle such that the tangent drawn to the circle at D is parallel to AB. There should be a tangent somewhere. Okay, now there should be a point D such that if you draw a tangent to the point D, the tangent will be parallel to this. Now think about the parallel line. Where is it possible? The only possible way is here. Then there should be the point D. It should be somewhere here on top. Now you have to construct that. Name it D, find such a point, name it D, construct the tangent to the circle at D. Now you have to take the point D, mark it and then construct. Now how do you construct? Now first of all, let us do it this way. We'll extend this MO line. Let us extend. Using ruler, extend MO line. Okay. After extending, now we are going to draw a point. Okay. We are going to draw a parallel, a tangent here. A tangent which is parallel to AB such that it makes 90 degree, because always a tangent makes 90 degree with the circle. Now here is the point. Okay, now you have a rough idea. Now this is the way of constructing a tangent. Keep the compass here, make an arc here. With the same length, make an arc here. Now what should you do? Keep the compass here, make an arc on both sides this way, and keep it here, make an arc here, both sides. Now join this. It should be somewhere here. Okay, now join this line. Now where should be the point D? It should be, this is our point D, and see, to the point D we have a tangent. This is the tangent to the point D. It makes 90 degrees, and this line, this tangent is also parallel to the line AB. Okay, that's all. Now let us check the 9th question. Okay, 9th. You have to prove here. Okay, let me draw a bigger diagram. You have a circle, and then a diagram is, this is the center, let us say O is the center. A triangle is given this way. Okay, here you call it B, C and A, and also a line is drawn this way. It's something like this. Then AO is joined. Okay, these two parts are joined, and then these two are equal. The angle bisect. Okay, now this is the radius. Okay, from the center to the part of the circle, this is the radius. Okay, now what should you prove? After drawing, they have given all the informations. Or is the center, all other, these are codes, and then they have said P is the midpoint of AB. Therefore, this length and this length both are equal. Also, the line drawn from P, where is P? Okay, this part. The line drawn from P through O meets BC at D. Okay, at D it is given that AOP is equal to X. AOP, this part, this AOP, this is equal to X. This is the data given. You have to show, you have to find out ACD in terms of X, and also you have to show that AODC is a cyclic quadrilateral. Now to prove okay, before that we will find out how much is ACD. Okay, this is the way. Now since this is a chord, and if you join the midpoint it with the center, you will have a perpendicular. Both are perpendicular. Okay, now what we shall do is, let us join this. Let us join BO. Okay, let's join this part. When you join OB, now look at these two triangles. Now you can observe that OB is also a radius, OA is also a radius. Therefore, those two are equal. These two are equal. These two are also equal, and this side, this is also equal. A common side. Using congruency, you can just say now it is equal. Okay. Now when those two are equal, this is X, this is 90. How much is this? That is equal to 90 minus X. Why? If you add all these three angles, it's a triangle, therefore you should get 180. Therefore if you add all these three, you will be getting 180. Therefore if this is X, this is also equal to X. Okay, now this side, this angle is also equal to 90 minus X, but these two are congruent. Okay, now what should you do? Now taking this as the straight line, if this is equal to X, this is a straight line, how much is the other side? It is equal to 180 minus X. Okay, 180 minus X. Now what should you do? Okay, now you have taken this part. This is 180 minus X. You should find ACD. You should find this angle. Am I right? Okay. Now how do you find? You can take AOD. Where is AOD? Okay. That is okay. You have to find out how much is ACD. How do you prove ACD? Any idea? Okay, you can take it this way. Okay, since this is also equal to 180 minus X. Okay, now take this chord. Okay, from this segment an angle is extended at the center, and using the same segment an angle is subtended here. How much is the angle? Okay, an angle subtended at the center is equal to twice the value of any angle subtended on the other circumference of the, anywhere on the circumference of the circle. So if this is total is equal to 2x, means this should be equal to x. Now you have shown that ACD is equal to x. Okay, now you have to write sentences how to prove. Now first of all we said these two are equal, therefore you can say AO equals BO. What is the reason? You can write it inside bracket, that is the radius. Okay, you can show it. And also you can say these two are equal. AOP, angle AOP is equal to angle POB. you can say the reason both should be equal. You can take these two triangles are congruent. Okay, also you can say these two angles are equal. Now what you have to show is, finally you have to also show AOD is equal to 180 minus x. What is the reason you are going to write? Since PD is a straight line, that's enough. Okay, now also you have to say finally ACD, the angle they have asked you to find out, that is equal to x. What is the reason? You have to say angle subtended at the center by the same segment is equal to twice the angle subtended to any part of the circle. Okay, so that is equal to x. Now you have to prove that AODC is a cyclic quadrilateral. I hope yes. Yeah, you have to prove that it is a cyclic quadrilateral. How do you prove now? You can show it this way. Now in a cyclic quadrilateral, if you add the opposite angles, the sum should be supplementary. It should be equal to 180. Now since you know these opposite angles, you can add AOD, angle AOD plus ACD. That will give you 180 minus x plus x. X and x will cancel off, and then you have 180. Therefore you can say, therefore AOD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, so I hope that is easy. We don't have much to prove here. And then the 10th one. 10th. Okay, here also you have been given a diagram. You have to prove certain things. Okay, let us check that. Let me first draw the diagram. Here they have given in the triangle ABC. Okay, let me draw the diagram first. So triangle something like this. Okay, they have marked parallel. These two are equal, it seems, and also this is equal. This is E, this is A, B and C, and you have F here. Okay, you have learned something, that if you in a triangle, if you join the midpoint of one side to the midpoint of the other, these two lines will be parallel. Okay, so one data, you know it. Now here they have said in the triangle ABC shown, the midpoints of both are joined, and then the line DE, line DE is produced means the line through C drawn parallel to BA at F. Okay, show that triangle ADE is equal to you have to prove congruency. It is congruent to triangle CFE. Now where is our triangle AD? AD is this part, and then CFE is this triangle. How do you prove? Now you can say one thing, that is this angle and this angle both are equal. Why? Vertically opposite angles. Therefore one reason you can say is equal to angle FEC is equal to angle AED. Okay, if you want, I'll write it somewhere here. Okay, angle, you have to write all the sentence in the two triangles ADE, and triangle, how have they given, CFE. Now we are considering this triangle, therefore you can say angle DEA, that is equal to angle CEF. What is the reason? Vertical opposite angles. Okay, that is one. So you need altogether 3 reasons. Okay, you need 3 reasons to prove. What is the other thing you can prove? This is not a right angle triangle, therefore you need 3 reasons. What is the other thing? Already this side and this side they have said it is equal. AE is equal to EC. That is the data. or you can say given. Okay, and you need one more. It should be an included angle, or you need one more another angle. How do you take? One angle is here, one side is here. Think of another angle. Okay, now since these two are parallel lines, you can take, now since these two are parallel, this line is drawn. So what can you say about this angle and this angle? Both should be same. What is it? Corresponding angles, no? Therefore, angle DAE is equal to ECF, corresponding angles. Now therefore you can say these two triangles are congruent. The first part is done. Okay, since the diagram is here, I'm trying to work out all the questions here on the same page. Okay, second part, they have asked you join AF. You have to join AF. Okay, join AF. Join AF and DC. You have to join this also, DC. Okay, after joining, show that ADCF is a parallelogram, and that its area is the area of the triangle ABC. Okay, now first let us show that ADCF is a parallelogram. How do you show? Now you have to prove one property. Now what is the way you are going to prove? Okay, look here, this is the way I'm going to prove. Since these two triangles are congruent, you can say in this parallelogram, before proving, you can say that DA is equal to CF. Why? Already proved. Now since these two triangles are congruent, you can say corresponding sides of congruent triangles. These two sides should be equal. Corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Also you can say DA is parallel to CF. That is already given in the data. So you can say data. Now in a parallelogram, if opposite sides are equal and parallel, then you can say that this is a parallelogram. So now you have proved. Now let us move on to the last part, that is the Roman number 3. Okay, now here show that if DE is equal to AE, where is DE? Okay, DE is equal to AE. These two, DE is equal to AE. You have to prove, okay, that angle ADC is equal to 90 degrees. Where is ADC? Okay, ADC, this total angle. Now let us do it this way. Let us take this as X. Okay, we'll write a sentence if you want. We'll do it that way. If you take an angle as X, you have to write it. Let angle ADE is equal to X. Okay, also you can say, if that is X, you can say this is also equal to X. Why? Since in this triangle, if two sides are equal, the opposite angles are also equal. Also angle DAE is also equal to X. Now this part is also equal to X. Okay, now the other thing you can prove is that, let us take this angle as Y. Okay, let us take that angle as Y. Now what can you say? If you take that as Y, okay, this is Y, you can say that this angle is also equal to Y. Okay, you can say this as Y. You can mark this angle as Y because you can use it, the theorem. Now since we have proved these two are congruent, okay, these two sides are also equal. What is the reason? Because it is the corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Already you have proved. Since these two are equal, you can say DE is equal to EC. What is the reason? Corresponding sides of congruent triangle. Corresponding sides of congruent triangle. Now since these two are equal, if this is equal to y, you can say that this is also equal to y. Now let us do it this way. Now if you take this triangle ABC, the total should be equal to 180. Therefore you have x, y plus y. That means altogether you have 2x plus 2y is equal to 180. If you take the common term, if you divide, let us divide all by 2, you will be getting x plus y is equal to 90. Therefore this angle is equal to 90 degrees. Okay. Then the last part of this, you have to prove. Okay, that's all, right? Okay, that's all. Okay, I think I have missed a part. The second part, you also have to prove that the area, that its area is equal to area of the triangle ABC. That's a small part that I have missed. Okay. In the second part, they have said join AF and DC and show that ADC is a parallelogram. After proving that this is a parallelogram, you have to say that its area is equal to the area of the triangle ABC. You have to show that the area of this parallelogram is equal to ABC. Okay, now you can start it this way. Okay, now already in the data they have said that this is the midpoint of these two. Okay, these two are equal. Then it is the midpoint, that is the data given. What you can do there is, using the information, you can take it this way. Triangle ABC area of the triangle ABC is equal to twice the area of triangle ADC. Is that correct? Yes, because since this is the midpoint, now how do I find the area of a triangle? Half into base into height. Now since the height is same here, base, if you consider ADC triangle, say base is x. What is the base of the triangle? The total of AB, that is equal to 2x. Therefore the area of the triangle ADC is equal to twice. Okay, now you have done the first part. Also you can say that AC is the diagonal. If you take this parallelogram, AC is the diagonal. Okay, let us write AC is the diagonal. Okay, since AC is the diagonal, what can you say? It bisects the area into two halves. That means this area, the area of triangle ADC, is equal to area of AFC. Therefore you can say area of ADC is equal to area of AFC. These two areas are equal. I am speaking about this area, and these two areas are equal. Therefore now what you can write is, instead of area of ADC, you can replace it by writing AFC. That's what they have asked you to prove, right? Yeah. Is it? They have asked you to write area is equal to area of the triangle. Its area is equal to area of the triangle. Okay, you have to show this total area. Okay. Therefore, we'll do it this way. ADCF. Let us say area of ADCF. Area of ADCF is equal to area of ABC. What is the reason? Okay, now since these two are equal, okay, you can directly say that this total area is equal to this part. Now if you consider this triangle ABC, this ADC contains half the area, and also if you take the parallelogram ADCF, this same triangle consists half the area of the parallelogram. Therefore you can say the area of this parallelogram and the area of this triangle ABC both are equal. You have to write okay. That's all right. Okay. Now let us check the 11th question. Okay. This is normally you get easy ones. You don't have much calculations here. What you have to do is you have to just you even don't need the equations. All the equations are given. You should have a simple idea whether to subtract, divide and all that. Now look at the questions. You have a solid spherical glass. The solid spherical glass of radius 21. It's a bit bigger one, okay, 21 centimeters. What they are doing is they are melting it and making 240 identical solid cylindrical glass discs are made. They are making 240 cylindrical glass discs. Okay, also they have given the radius and there is no change in the volume of glass. So radius is given as r and the height is also given as r over 9 centimeters, both centimeters. Okay. Now you have to show that r is equal to 21 over cubic root of 20. Using the logarithmic table, you have to find the value of r also. Now observe. Now after melting the solid, they are going to make 240 cylindrical discs. Therefore, first let us find the volume of the sphere. We'll write a sentence. Volume of the sphere. What is the equation? 4 over 3 pi r cube. Therefore 4 over 3 pi, let us leave as pi. R is equal to 21. I'll take the cubic root. Okay. Don't forget the units. Centimeter cube is there. Also, volume of cylinder. Volume of the cylinder. What is the equation? Volume of the cylinder. The equation is pi r square h, right? Yeah. Here you have pi, r is equal to same, radius is equal to r squared, h is equal to r over 9. Here also you get, since it's volume, centimeter cube. Okay, now this volume is equal to 240 cylindrical discs. That means you have to multiply this volume by 240. Both, then if you multiply this by 240, these two volumes will be equal. Therefore, you can say 4 over 3 pi and then you have 21 centimeter cube is equal to 240 pi r squared r over 9 centimeter cube. Now you can cut off centimeter, okay? So you can cut pi and pi. Now what is left? Okay, now you can just simplify. You have to make r the subject. You can do it easily, that is, keep all the r to the other side. Take it this way. You have 4. 21 to the power 3 is there. Also 3 is there. Bring 240. And 9 is also here. Because there is a 9 here. Bring it to the numerator. On the right hand side you have r cube. That's what you have to find, right? Okay. If you simplify, you will be getting 20, I hope. If you simplify all this, here 3, here 8, so here 1 and 20. Okay. Therefore, r cube is equal to 21 whole thing cube over, here what do you have? 20. Therefore, r is equal to, if you take the cubic root of 21, it is just 21. In the denominator you have cubic root of 20. So we have got the answer. Also they are asking you to solve this using logarithmic tables. Now I'll just show you the part of solving. Now since r is equal to, sorry, it's 21 over cubic root of 20. Now what you can do is take log on both sides. Here also you take log, then you have 20 over cubic root of, sorry, it's 21 over 20. Now still the log is valid, log. How do you expand? Here you, when it is division, when you write log for each of the terms, you get addition, right? Sorry, subtraction. Okay, so you have log 21 minus log of cubic root of 20. You also can write cubic root of 20 as how? 20 to the power 1 over 3. In log you have learned that you can bring 1 over 3 in front. Therefore log r is equal to log of 21 minus 1 over 3 log of 20. Now you have to find the log of 21, log of 20 and then solve. I hope you know it. Okay. Now once you solve, the final answer you will be getting is I hope you will be getting it's around 0. The log form, in the log form you will be getting log of r is equal to, you will be getting 0.8866. Therefore when you find the antilog, r will be equal to 7.737. Okay, 7.737. So when you round off to 2 decimal places, you have 7.74 centimeters. Okay. Let us check the last one. The last question, 12. It's on sets. Okay. The information. Okay. For this also you need the diagram. There are 2 sets given. Two Venn diagrams. Here this is for test. This is about 1 day, I think, match here. It's about cricket match. They have said altogether there are 50 students. Okay, 50 persons in a survey conducted. They are conducting a survey, and they have been asked what are the matches they are watching and stuff like that. Okay, so out of the information, 15 had watched test matches. 15 had watched test matches. Now here they have not said whether they watch test matches only. This is just they say 15 had watched test matches. Therefore you have to write it outside here. This belongs to both. Maybe both only test match or both test and one day. The other information given is 13 had watched both test and one day matches. Therefore that 13 will be on the middle, because 13 they have watched both one day and test. And the other information, 15 had not watched either. These people, they have not watched any of the matches. So this 5 will be outside. Okay, now you have to copy the Venn diagram and find the number of elements belonging to each region and then write them. Okay, now since this total is not 50, it's 15. Okay, now since this total is 15, if this is 13, here you get 2. Okay, that's done. Now you can even find this part. That is, this total is equal to 15 and 5 is equal to 20. What is the balance? Equal to 30. Okay. The next part. Okay, they are asking you a question. Second part. How many persons had watched one day matches? Okay, now how do you answer this? Now they have not mentioned one day only. They have just asked you how many people they watched one day. So you have to add both 30 and 13. These 30 are the people who have watched only one day, and these 13 are the people who have watched one day as well as test matches also. Therefore you have to take the total. 30 plus 13 is equal to 43 is the answer for the second one. Okay, and the next part, 33 of these 50 persons were males and they all had watched one day matches. Okay, Now there are 33 males, and all these males have watched one day. That is, all of them. All of them had watched one day matches. Moreover, 19 males had also watched test matches. Now what you have to do, copy the Venn diagram again, include the subset males in a suitable way, find the number of elements belonging to each region and write them. Okay, now this is the way I am going to fill it. Now they have said that all males had watched one day, so it should be a subset of one day. Are you clear with that? When you write it this way, this is for test, all other informations are okay. Total 50, you have 5 outside, this is test, this is one day. Okay, they have said 33 of these 50 persons were males. Now let us draw this male here. Okay, now this is the subset of males. Now see, anything you write inside the males will totally belong to which region? All will belong to one day region, because it is simple, because all these males, they have watched one day cricket matches. And if you take this part, if you take this smaller part, only this part is the part where males have watched test matches also. Are you clear with that? Okay, now how should you answer? Here they say total of males, of these males are all had watched one day matches. Now you have to write it here, 33. You cannot write it inside. What is the reason? They have not said only one day matches. They have said all these 33 males had watched one day matches. So maybe these 33, out of that some may be belonging only to one day, or maybe even for test. Therefore you cannot decide. Also, moreover, 9 males had also watched test matches. Okay, now it should be male and they had watched test matches. Where should it come? Okay, now it should be under male and they had watched test matches also. It should come to this part. This is the only region where it belongs to both test and males. So this is 9. Okay, now this is the information given. Now you have to find the balance. How do you find? All other informations are okay. Now if this is total is 33, means if this is 9, what is the balance? You get 24. Okay. Also, what are the other informations given? This is 24. Also, this is already given as 2 and this as 15. Okay. Also, this region total is equal to 13. Out of that, this part is equal to 9. Therefore, what is the balance? 4. Now you know this part, this total you know, 24 plus 9 is equal to 33. Total you know this part. Only the outer side is balance. How do you find the outer side? That is the part, the females who watched one day matches. How do you find? You can get it from the total, right? Yeah, do you know how much? Okay, you can do it this way also. The people who watch one day matches, total is equal to 43. Then this total is equal to 43. Then this is 33 and 4 is equal to 37. Then from 43, if you subtract 37, it is equal to 6. Therefore, this part is equal to 6. These are the informations given. And finally, Roman number 4, how many females had watched one day matches? How many females had watched one day matches? Now they are not saying one day matches only. Now you have to consider all the parts which does not belong to males. Understand? It may be one day. It may be one day, or maybe both one day and test match. You cannot take the test match part only, because they are speaking about one day. No? It may be one day only, or maybe belonging to one day and test matches both. Now you have to consider this part and also this part, the total. Sorry, without the male part, without this part, without taking this part, you have to take this 6. Why? That is the part where it does not belong to males, so in that case it is the females, and also it is under 1 day. And also you have to take this 4. That part, the 4 does not belong to males, and it also belongs to both 1 day and test. Therefore, in order to find the total, you have to take 6 plus 4. Total will be equal to 10. Okay, and for further videos, just subscribe my YouTube the channel. I'll be uploading further. Before we go on to past papers, I'll be uploading lessons. Grade 11, I'll be uploading grade 11 lessons, and with that all other grades. And then okay, then see you with all the lessons then.